everyone, today I'm taking you behind the scenes as I create an imaginary book cover illustration titled The King's New Friend. I've used watercolors, gouache, pencil colors and ink to create this piece. I wanted to make a book cover that is full of personality, imagination and conveys a bit of mischief. Was I able to create it? Let's find out! When I started this illustration, I knew I wanted to tell a story and a humorous one at that. For me, the title itself was quite playful. What if there was a book where the king thinks that he has found a loyal companion in an alligator, but the alligator has something else on his mind? How do you come up with such stories? It is quite simple really. Let your imagination run wild. Think about how your characters feel, how they interact, and what little quirks make them unique. Here, I placed the little king on top of the giant alligator and made the alligator in a way such that it seems like he's getting ready for his meal. The alligator has this sly, hungry expression on its face, and I also gave him cutlery to further drive in the point that he is really hungry. The more details and visual clues you add to an illustration, the more impactful and relatable your work will be. A lot of us always end up worrying about our unique style. How do I make my illustration stand out? How can my work be so uniquely different that it gets recognized the moment I let it out in the world? I have struggled with this idea of what is my unique style for a while now. I have realized a few things in the process. First, all artists borrow and copy from each other. And second, your mistakes end up making you unique. Adding your own style isn't about being perfect. It's about making your drawing feel like it came from you. Make mistakes, don't shy away from them. The more mistakes you make, the more your eyes will start grasping what works for your illustration and what doesn't. The most favorite part of illustrating for me is adding colors. I am the happiest whenever I get to sit down with all my paints, color pencils and crayons. I feel like a child when I'm around them. For this illustration, I started painting by using gouache for the king and the alligator. I love how gouache lets me layer bright, opaque colors on top of each other. It also allows me to add more textures with pencil colors and pen once the paint has dried. For the background, I used a mix of gouache and watercolors to create the watery effect. Make sure to use a really wet brush when you're covering big surfaces. It helps the paint flow and avoids sharp lines. And you don't need to buy all shades of colors that are available in the market. You can always mix colors to get your desired colors. You can even mix gouache and watercolors together to get a smooth yet slightly transparent effect. If you'd like to know which gouache and watercolors I use, see captions for details. Once the paint is dry, it's time for my favorite part, details. I use pencil colors to add depth and texture, especially in areas like the king's clothes and the alligator's scales. Soft, short strokes work wonders for creating a textured look. Then, I bring in ink for the final touches. These dark lines help define the characters and make them pop off the page. Why do you think textures are important in an illustration? I add textures to give my illustration more dynamism. Pencil strokes create a lovely additional texture that really help create that base in the illustration that you need. It leaves the eye of the viewer and helps convey movement. And here it is, the finished cover for the King's New Friend. Creating an illustration like this is all about having fun with your imagination, exploring different techniques, and letting your personality shine through. I hope this video inspires you to start your own art project and bring your ideas to life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more art tips and behind the scenes content. Thanks for watching and happy creating. Bye!